Wish you a wonderful, wonderful morning. Please let me know if I'm audible and visible to all of you. Perfect. Huh? It would be a great idea if you can switch on your cameras, but if you cannot do that, that's also absolutely okay. I see a couple of our old sisters here who have been there with us for a couple of sessions already. So, an even sweeter welcome to you. Let's close our eyes. Excuse me. We will breathe in and normally breathe out. And now we will chant Om 3 times. Let's breathe in for Om and let the Om emanate from your body, from all the pores of it. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Neelambuje Shyamal Komalangam Sita Samaropitvam Bhagam Pano Mahasayak Charuchapam Namami Ramam Raghuvanshanatham. Varnanamascha Sanghanam Rasanam Chandasamapi Mangalanam Chakartaro Vande Vani Vinayako Vande Vani Vinayako Vande Vani Vinayako. This is a yajna in which we are sitting right now. The karma of yajna, the result of the yajna, both as a sankalp let us surrender to our Gurudev. Whoever is your Gurudev, your Ishta Prabhu. And at this moment, in your hearts, ask for what you want from your Gurudev, your Ishta Prabhu, as part of this yajna. Be liberal in asking what you want to ask. Now that you have asked for whatever you wanted to, surrender that as well. Now, this is not our job to worry about it. It's the job of Gurudev to deal with that, to give you. So he will give you. And let us request him to be the speaker of the Katha and the listener of the Katha through me and you. With a gentle smile on your face, breathe in and breathe out. And with the same smile, gently open your eyes. Madalsa. It's a new name for us, isn't it? When I was researching Madalsa, the very first result that popped on my system was a program called Anupama. You might have heard of that. I was baffled. How Madalsa is related to Anupama? And people have said a lot of stuff about that program, that all kind of nonsensical things are happening there. So there is an actress and her name is Madalsa. And then I went on to my research. And what happened? I got to know that both the Madalsas are very different. The one that we are talking about and the one which has assumed the role of a villain there in that program. But that's her job to do. But this Madalsa that we are going to talk about in the next few days, over a course of 4 weeks, we have planned around 7 to 8 sessions for that. 8 sessions I have decided. Depending upon the pace of the program, we'll see if that can be done in 8 or in 7. But Madalsa's character is very profound. An interesting thing is that Madalsa can be called as a perfect mother. So we probably won't be able to spend a lot of time on her character, but what she has to give. This story comes from Markandeya Purana. In Markandeya Purana, conversation is happening among some rishis. Of course, Markandeya Muni is one of them. But it just so happened. See, our scriptures are very dialogue oriented. If today you ask me something, so I tell you. If you don't ask me something, how can I tell you? So a disciple will go to a guru and will put his doubts there. Okay, these are my doubts, now you resolve them. So Muni Vedvyas had a disciple called Gemini. Not the AI Gemini. And he had a couple of doubts regarding Mahabharata. As to why Draupadi was disrobed, why Yudhishthir and other Pandavas did not stand at that point in time. Why was she married to 5 people? And quite a number of others. Rishis are very strange in their ways, no? So Markandeya Muni said to Gemini, you know, I am busy right now. I am doing my Sandhya. You go to that direction, you will find some birds. They can speak. You ask this question to them. And then you can come back to me. I'll also be free and we'll talk further. So Gemini ji went to those birds. Now the moment Gemini ji would go to the birds, he would not start to ask that these are my doubts. His first question was, how can you speak as a bird? And more so, okay, you can speak, even a parrot can speak. But then how do you have the knowledge that Markandeya Muni is sending me to you? That means you are no less than him, and probably more, because he would not send me to anyone else. So the birds told Gemini Muni the story that how when God is with us, nothing can touch us. And it is all the plan of divine that we are part of. Sometimes things do not seem the way they should, right? Oh my God, it has been 5 days now. Nobody is there to help me. I'm all alone with my kid. Was it even the right decision to have the baby in the first place? It is very taxing. Can't sleep. And then suddenly, you look at the smile of the baby and you realize it's all worth it. Couple of moments ago, you wanted to scold that baby. Why are you being a baby? And then you realize, who will be a baby then? And then we grow as a parent. The only and only outcome of the, I would say, challenges is to grow you. And especially, I would say, if you are in Grihastha ashram and you grow your family, the only benefit of getting married and having a family, being in Grihastha, is that you become more responsible. Saints say the whole world is nurtured only and only by Grihasthis. It's not that the people who are following other ashrams are useless. No, no, no. But the bigger responsibility is on the grahasthis. And with bigger responsibilities come bigger challenges, bigger distress, and bigger reward. When somebody is just roaming outside, very hungry, that person probably will not look for a monk. That person will look for a home where there is a family because there would be food there. So if we start to feel challenges, that is all plan of God. Because the reward will be awesome. So these birds were earlier devatas, but they were cursed. And when they were still in the egg, somehow the whole nest fell off in the middle of the Kurukshetra war ground. Can you imagine? 4 eggs in the middle of a battleground where almost 13 lakh people are fighting. And there was no dearth of weaponry, by the way. But somehow, when an elephant was running, a bell from the elephant's garland fell. Elephants used to have some bells so that you can check that someone is approaching. That bell fell exactly on those 4 eggs and covered it up. It was a heavy bell. Nobody moved that. Every day, they fought. It was just there somewhere. And when the war was over, somebody just lifted it and found the eggs. That rishi brought the eggs to the ashram. Birds came out of it. Birds started to learn whatever rishis were doing. They already were very intelligent and had the consciousness of previous birth, and so they became what they were. Now think about it. What if that nest did not fall there? Maybe just 1 inch here and there. Maybe the curve of the bell would crush one of the eggs. What if the nest did not fall there at that time? Maybe few seconds after it or few seconds before it. The elephant might have already passed. What if the war was not happening in that zone? And there was not soil over there. The eggs might have been broken. This is called, in the current psychological terms, happenstance theory. Our life is governed that way. So some choices we make, but not every single thing is our hold. It's not in our control. So there is a concept that we do the karma, but that's the only thing that we have in our control. Whatever the result of it is going to be, we don't have in our control. Karmanyavadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. However, if we do our karma with absolute devotion, the likelihood is that you will get the result that you are expecting. That's why we prepare for our exams. So there was a wonderful prince called Kuvalyaksh. His father was Shatrujit. And as the name suggests, Shatrujit was the one who won over his Shatru. Shatrujit was such a noble king that he treated his praja like his own children. Just like that. He understood the fact that whatever money I have, that I have accumulated as part of taxes, as the winning when I have defeated other kings, none of that belongs to me, it belongs to my praja. I am a serviceman here. His son Kuvalyaksh was also no less. Kuvalyaksh was married to a wonderful lady called Madalsa. To explain how kids should be reared, the birds told this story to Gemini-ji. As part of another story as to why Bhagwan Dattatreya ji was born, who is one of the incarnations of Bhagwan Vishnu. For some reason, Madalsa was dead. Somebody informed Madalsa that your husband is no more, and she could not bear the pain of it. So she died. But Kuvalyaksh loved Madalsa. So much so that he decided that he will not get married to anybody else. Quite a number of years passed. And during that time, Kuvalyaksh was just like a recluse, would just be, within himself, would do all the chores that are required as part of being a prince. His praja also loved him. Everybody tried their level best that Kuvalyak should get married, because eventually somebody has to be there who would take over the kingdom. But Kuvalyaksh was absolutely dedicated to his wife. At that time, one of the sons of Nagraj would come from the Naglok to earth and would engage in friendly plays of and so on with Kuvalyaksh and some other prince. Nagraj grew fond of him. He's such a wonderful guy. But Nagraj, the son of Nagraj, could sense that there is something off. The son went back to his father and said that this is the situation. I have a friend. His wife is no more and he is very distressed. So you asked me one day, Father, that if I want something, Can you do something about it? Can you get Kuvalyaksh his wife back? That's another level of friendship. Your almighty Nagraj father has asked you, ask me something. This guy says, my friend needs his wife back. That's the kind of friendship we should aim for. And in our scriptures, there are tremendous examples of such friendship, no? You are devoted to each other. Bhagwan Krishna Sudama, Bhagwan Vishnu, Bhagwan Shankar. I have never seen two best friends annoying each other as much as Bhagwan Shankar does to Bhagwan Vishnu. And they would kill to be with each other. Bhagwan Ram, before starting the war, set up a temple for Bhagwan Shankar and called it Ram Ka Ishwar, Rameshwar. Bhagwan Shankar says, it's only Ram for me. Ram, 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 Ram. Parvati Mata is asking, who is this Ram that you constantly keep on chanting the name of? He says, he's my everything. How do you imagine him? He says his child roop is the wonderful one for me. He has many, many, many roop. But I bow down to his child roop. बंदेव बाल रूप सोई रामु, सब सिद्धि सुलभ जपत जिस नामु. The one who bows down to the Bal Roop of Bhagwan Ram. That person will get everything. Sab Siddhi Sulabh. If you japo his name. Bhagwan Shankar is saying that. That's the friendship. He knows after a couple of minutes he is going to give another Vardhan to another Asur. That Bhagwan Ram again will have to deal with. Either in the form of Bhagavan Krishna or Varaha or anybody. So Nagraj said, all right, let me see what I can do. Nagraj had a brother. His name was Kambal. They also loved each other. The love, devotion, respect among these two brothers was no less than the love, devotion, respect Bhagwan Ram and Bharat ji had for each other. Now this Nagraj king, his name was Ashvatar. He decided I should do something about Kuvalyaksh. But what should I do? So he knew that gods are invoked through the sounds. So he started his penance for Ma Saraswati. Saraswati Mata appeared. Now Saraswati Mata doesn't need sounds as such. Because you want her to give you the sounds. In the beginning of the session today, we requested Ma Saraswati to come, be in us. Varna namachya sanghanam. O Devi, you are the progenitor and custodian of the Varna, the consonants, the vowels. Sanghanam. Rasanam chandasamapi. All the ras, all the flavors of music. And not just that, Mangala Nama Chakartaro. You are also the giver of goodness. Education can give you nothing but goodness. And if your education is not giving you goodness, it's not the education. So Ma Saraswati blessed Ashwatar and Kambal, the two Nagaraj brothers, with the science of phonetics. Phonetics, words, music. And then Ma Saraswati went away. Now the two brothers used that skill to invoke Bhagwan Shankar, because he has the power to give you what he wants. And Nagaraj is closest to Bhagwan Shankar only, and Bhagwan Vishnu. He is in the neck of one and he is the bed of one. And the brothers started chanting, and they sang so beautifully that Bhagwan Shankar appeared. Bhagwan Shankar asked, "What do you want, Ashwatar?" Ashwatar said, "I want Madalsa." Now see what he's asking and how. It's very important that we ask correctly. Please bless us with Madalsa, the wife of Kuvalyaksh. The same Madalsa. Commands are very important. One day Narad Muni said, "O Bhagwan, please bless me with your Hari Roop. I want to marry that lady." But he did not clarify which Hari Roop. One Hari Roop is very, very beautiful, very pretty, the prettiest. And another Hari Roop is the form of a monkey. So Bhagwan Vishnu gave Narad Muni the monkey face. So Ashwatar said, "Please bless us with Madalsa, the wife of Kuvalyaksh, who is also known as Ritadhwaj." Kuvalyaksh had two names. "As our daughter." Okay, so Bhagwan Shankar can do that. But then, if Madalsa is not the same Madalsa, would it be of any help to Kuvalyaksh? No. So Nagaraj went on. Nagaraj said, she should have the memory of her previous birth as Madalsa. She should radiate the same divine aura and beauty. And then Nagaraj asked for the most important thing. What's the point of getting a daughter who would become a wife and a mother of the future kings if she cannot make the right kids out of her children? Mother is the first guru. Nagaraj was intelligent. Plus, he now has the power of Saraswati Mata. He knows how to use words. He is a communicator now. That's what he is using. So he said, and she should be a yogini and progenitor of Yoga Vidya. Now the ask is complete. Bhagwan Shankar said, "Oh, nice, Ashwatar. Leaving me no room for error, huh?" Ashwatar smiled. Bhagwan Shankar said, "You have three fangs." Ashwatar had three fangs, three faces. On the day of Shraddh, when you will be doing the Pitru Tarpan, you will keep three balls of til and flour. If you know, in Shraddh we make some balls. You eat the middle one and do the rest of the Shraddh Karma. The moment that is over, Madalsa will be born out of your middle fang. Nagraj did that. And as the powerful light, Madalsa emerged from the middle fang of Nagraj. Why middle fang? Why not the left one? Why not the right one? The stories in Puranas are highly personified. They are all true, but they have been toned down for our understanding. There was one big Veda, very difficult to understand. Vedvyasji divided that one Veda into four Vedas. Then he further divided them into Upavedas, sub-Vedas. Then Upanishads, Purans, so that it becomes easier and easier and easier and easier for a common man to understand the knowledge. Knowledge is not worth if it is not understandable. Fancy words are good for books. In today's time, we do not understand, let's say, Sanskrit so much. So in 1600s, Tulsidas ji thought that I should write Ramayana in the language of common people. The same Valmiki Ramayana, because people won't be able to read that as such. So we got Ramcharitmanas. We got Hanuman Chalisa. We got Sundarkand. So in this case, the middle fang represents balance. Neither the right nor the left. The daughter that is born out of balance will have nothing but balance to give to the world. And once she was born, Nagraj kept her safely in the company and protection of the other women of his clan. After some time, Nagraj's son brought Kuvalyaksh to Naglok. But he did not tell Kuvalyaksh what is there. First, Nagraj tested Kuvalyaksh's loyalty and love for Madalsa through a series of questions and his knowledge, whether he is even capable to have his daughter as a wife. Now Madalsa is Nagaraj's daughter, even if she is carrying the same consciousness. It is Nagraj who has given birth to Madalsa. And once Nagraj is satisfied, Nagraj says, "Do you recognize that lady?" over there? Kuvalyaksh kept on looking at her. Ki, this is my Madalsa. Then he cried. Am I seeing the right thing? Have I gotten my life back? And Nagraj got Kuvalyaksh married to Madalsa. And they came back. They were received wonderfully by their praja, their father, their mothers, and everybody. And in due time, Shatrujit decided that it's time for me to abdicate the throne and I should give the throne to my son Kuvalyaksh. Kuvalyaksh also started nurturing the praja with the same level of devotion as his father did. And then the first son of Kuvalyaksh and Madalsa was born. The king, we'll call him Ritadhwaj from now on, instead of Kuvalyaksh, named the son Vikrant. Now, normally, parents should not keep the names of their kids. As in, you can always decide. But it is always a good idea to ask your elders, your guru to name your kid. But Ritadhwaj's father had died already. And Ritadhwaj thought that it's a wonderful name, so I'm going to keep it. And that's okay. So Ritadhwaj said to Madalsa, this is Vikrant, our Vikrant. Madalsa laughed. Laughed out loud. Ritadhwaj was thinking, what has happened? This was not very comical. But Ritadhwaj did not say anything. Come on, you love your wife and you're just chilling. So Ritadhwaj said, here is your kid. Make him an image of you. What can be a better way to say to mother? Lo, sambhalo. However we grow materially, nobody can replace a mother as the first guru. It's just not possible. Because the mother becomes the guru the moment conception begins, even before it. What she is eating, what she is consuming. And then through the feed, those things go into child. And kids are very impressionable. Very impressionable. We think they are stupid for their first 2 years. They are very intelligent. Very intelligent. You will soon get to know how intelligent they are. So the more complex we make the ideas among them, the more challenging ideas we put forward in their mind right in the beginning, they will grasp them. They probably will be able to reiterate later on, but they will grasp them. So Vikrant started crying. And Madalsa started with a lullaby. Shuddho sire tat natesti naam kritam hite kalpanaya साधुनैव पञ्चात्मकं देहमिदं न तेऽस्ति नैवास्य त्वं रोदिषि कस्य हेतो. O Tat, you are pure consciousness, the untouched Atma. You don't have any name. This name that has been given to you is a fictional name so that people can recognize you. You are beyond it. Your body is made from 5 elements, not you. So why do you cry? And she spoke a lot of other things as part of lullaby. The nurturing has begun. Child is now understanding his true self. Instead of lalla lalla lori, let's say. No offense against it. But why should we tone down the knowledge for our really intelligent kids? Madalsa started that knowledge from the very first day. And she started with Tat. Shuddhosi re Tat. Why Tat? Why not Vikrant? Why not Putra? Something must be there in it, isn't it? So what is the meaning of Tat? What was rest of the lullaby? And what goes beyond Vikrant now? We'll talk about that in our tomorrow's session. Let's close our eyes. Om Sehna Vavatu Sehno Bhunaktu Seh Viryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvisham Vahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Stay in the company of good thoughts, good food. Keep smiling. Do some chanting. On the group, I'll share a link to the Madalsa lullaby. Whenever you have some 10 minutes for yourself, just play it and listen to it with your eyes closed once a day. You may gently open your eyes. Jai Shri Ram. I have a question here. If everyone is okay, can this session be possible in Hindi? So we launched this session in English. Quite a number of participants are from the southern part of India as well. But what I'll do, I can take your questions specifically both in Hindi and English. You can put your questions either here or on the group. Or you can text to me directly as well. On the group, there is my number. Because I'm not sure if everybody would understand Hindi thoroughly. So the session discourse will stay in English, but in the middle, I will keep on using a bit of Hindi explanation for certain complex topics as well as English, so nobody misses out on that. Does it work? Wonderful. Have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. Namaskar.